Well, hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there today? Hey, it's Brent Abel here, WebTennis.com. Another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. Today is a pre-record. Usually I go live, but today got to get something out there because I'll be on the tennis courts this afternoon here at the Mission Hills Country Club. So, hence the reason for doing a pre-record for you. Hey, look, I want to talk about something real quick today, and that is theory versus reality, and it's important. It's something that I learned back in the day when I worked with Tom Stowe, and I want to kind of share that little story with you and just, kind of give you a little dose of reality. Before we get into that, just a quick reminder about every morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, normally live. Once in a while it is a pre-record, but 8 a.m. Pacific time zone, what's the right shot? Based on two premises, which is where do you want the ball to land over there, and then where do you want to move to next on the court to really enhance that shot choice. Those things really go hand in hand, and lots of times shot choice is based on where you are on the court, where your opponent is on the court, and can you move to a better position on the court to make that shot choice even better. Every morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time zone, what's the right shot episodes. So guys, let's talk about theory versus reality. Theory says that, well, let me even back up. Let's just go with this. What do I teach, right? The way that I teach is I just simply it's all based on here's what works for me. There's no theory in there. Maybe at some point it sounds like theory, but it's really, this is the stuff that does work for me. This is the stuff that doesn't work for me. And so I think you got to be careful with making sure that you could be taking theory, but at some point you've got to hybridize it into what really works best for you. If you continue to try to force theory into your game and it's just not working, maybe you either got to hybridize it differently or look elsewhere for information. When I first started working with Tom Stowe back in the day, I mean, he was very theoretical. And what I loved about him, though, is he said, well, the theory here is we've got about a handful of basics, a handful of fundamentals that are just non-negotiable. And they were not really so much about how to hit the ball. It was much more about posture. It was about balance. It was about spacing. And it was sort of more like about tactical focus. And he then said, once you've got these fundamentals, you've got these basics in place, then I want you to lay your unique personality down on top of those fundamentals. And however that comes out, it might mean that you take these basics, these fundamentals, and your mindset, your normal risk versus reward tolerance is you're more of a backcourt player. That's fine. Maybe Brent, you're more of a serve and volley, more of a chip and charge type of guy. That's fine too. But you got to find out really what works best for you. So at some point you take fundamentals, you take basics, and you have to work like a dog to make sure those things are really foundational for you. And then you take your own unique personality and just lay it down on top. And that's when reality trumps theory. So look, I just want to make sure that you understand that I don't teach theory. I mean, I teach what works for me. And part of what works for me was at one point theory, but I had to hybridize that into, my own physical skills, my own mental skills, my own risk versus reward skills, and that kind of stuff. And I encourage you to do the same thing as well. The best piece of advice I can give you on this is a couple things. Number one, find who you think is giving really good information based on what works for them, what works for how they teach, right? And make sure that they've been to or they are currently at where you want to take your game. I just think it's, I think there's a lot of voices out there online, YouTube especially, where you're getting theory, right? And whoever is dosing out the theory cannot really demonstrate it, right? They can't really show you what it looks like, right? They can't do it themselves. It's one thing to tell you, hey, here's how you hit the serve. Okay, that's fine. Can you show me how to do that in a real match point? Can you show me how you do that in a real match point? And I get it. I mean, when I worked with Tom Stowe, he couldn't demonstrate that for me, right? But I had 3 other guys with me who could easily demonstrate what he was teaching. So you got to make sure that whatever is being thrown out at you out there, someone can demonstrate it in not only just in kind of a controlled situation, but can demonstrate it in a point as well. All right, guys, that's the message for today. I hope this has been helpful for you. Look, really what I'm working a lot on these days with my students is mindset training. And this is the thing that really took me from, I think, an A- player in my age group to certainly last year, 2023, #1 player in the country, USA, in both singles and doubles, end of the year ranking. And then end of the year rankings in the world, #1 in doubles, the ITF #1 in doubles in my age group, and #3 in singles. And it was all based on these 5 mindset skill habits that I have developed over the last 18 months. And it was just a missing piece for me, right? I've been sort of in denial for forever, that thinking, well, maybe I can just physically outwork the mental stuff. And if I do that, I'll get confident. Yeah, it helps some, but it doesn't really get you over the hump in terms of what I think we really need is to up our mindset skill training and make these 5 habits. It's a 28-day training course. 28 days, maybe it's 30, 35, whatever. That's not important. The thing is, it's about a month to do this stuff daily. It's simple, not hard to do. Anyone can do it. The most important thing is the discipline to do it once or twice a day for 28 days so that it starts to really get dug deep down as these 5 habits. If you want to explore what this is like, over to webtennis.com/SLR5 habits. The link is down below in the description area, and you can get the details, information on what's in this course, what's in this training, and then get signed up if you think it might be a good fit for your game. Guys, that is it for me today. It is time. We all got to get out there, help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you.